what my client found to be the real cause of her hormonal migraines. So in the next few minutes, I'll tell you how my client could finally sail through her hormonal cycle without a migraine being triggered. My name is Ellie Lindsay and I'm a therapist who specialises in treating headaches both in my clinic and also with my online coaching. And I'm going to be letting you know all about my client called Callie and how she discovered her hormonal migraines were actually fixable. So Callie was getting migraines every week, but around the time of her period, they got a lot worse. So in those few days leading up to her period. Of course, over time, Callie began to notice this pattern, and naturally, she assumed that her hormones were to blame. The trouble is, she didn't know what to do about it. She hadn't got anywhere with the doctors, and really, where do you really start with working this out and what to do about it once you know that your hormones are actually impacting your headaches and migraines? When we started working together, she was hoping for a decrease in the weekly migraines that she was getting, but she didn't really feel that hopeful that we would be able to do anything about the hormonal ones. When she told me about the migraines, she said that they were all around one of her eyes, so it was her right side, so it was this eye was the worst spot. And typically that kind of pain comes around one eye can be coming from referred pain, and the source of that referred pain is a muscle in the shoulder area. And at certain times during our cycle, namely when estrogen drops, it is thought that we hold more tension in our muscles at this time, so particularly around here. And so for Callie, it appeared that this muscle here has a lot of tension in it anyway, and it would be made worse by certain times in her cycle, and that would actually cause this referred pain up into her eye here. So just before her period was due, meaning that it caused an even more intense migraine than usual. And it was when I showed her how to relieve the referred pain coming from that muscle that she was holding so much tension in, and that she was actually then able to not only stop the weekly migraines that she was getting, but also the ones that got a lot worse around her period, so the hormonal ones. It was the case that once she wasn't holding all of this tension in this muscle here anymore, then even during the hormonal changes that she went through, and even if she was holding more tension in those times, it was no longer enough to actually trigger the migraine. And so for Callie, this changed her life. She has spent a long time with these migraines and really was at a loss with what to do about the ones that totally knocked her out on a monthly basis. She went from feeling quite helpless about being able to fix this to feeling like she'd worked out not only what the problem was, but how to fix it as well. Her hormonal migraines were actually coming from her muscles. So if you're experiencing hormonal migraines and would like some help as to work this out, if this is the same muscle is involved for you, then book in for a free consultation and I can help you work out the root cause of the hormonal migraine.